By now, you're probably itching to put your own fingerprints on this website, to make it truly and unmistakably yours. You can make 2 basic changes that will quickly move you away from this generic default Drupal site. First, you'll change some text that appear throughout the site to give it its identity. We'll show you how to do that now. In another video, we'll also show you the second way to personalize the site by changing its visual theme. We'll give you a little taste of that now as well. But first things first. We'll change the basic text that appear on your site by going over to Administer and then scrolling down to Site Information. You may recognize some of this text because we entered it when we first installed Drupal. Some of it, however, has been left blank. We'll fill that out now. You may remember that our site is about living underwater, so we're going to make our slogan, where damp basements are a feature, not a bug. Our mission statement is to give real estate parity with stock options, not stock options, but stock options, underwater. Yeah, I know, it's a little bit of an investment joke there. And for our footer, we'll just say, copyright 2008 Underwater Realty. Finally, there's a little bit of other information that you could enter at the bottom here. We generally don't need to touch that unless for some reason you wanted to change the name of an anonymous user to something else like Anonymous Fish or something. The default front page I would strongly recommend that you not play with. It's somewhat of an advanced Drupal topic. We'll save configuration here. Nothing has changed on our front page except for adding this mission statement here to give real estate parity with stock options. So how can we make the other information show up? Well, we can do that in the theme. We'll go back to Administer and down to Themes. Here we see a list of all of the different themes which are available by default when you install Drupal 6.3. Right now we're on Garland, so we're going to configure that by clicking on Configure. On the Themes page, you see quite a bit of information of things that you can change to make your site look different. One thing you can change is the color scheme, and we'll show you how to do that in the Themes video. But the information that we want is down toward the bottom. You can toggle display of various things, and here we see the mission statement, which we entered before, is checked. That's why we had that slogan there, to give real estate parity. The one that isn't checked is site slogan right here, where damp basements are a feature, not a bug. So we'll go down to the bottom and say Save Configuration, go back to our front page, and there it is. It's been added on to the end of our site name right there. Let's go back to Administer and Themes to take a look at a few of the other options that are there for changing basic site information. We'll scroll down to Garland and click on Configure again. These settings are specific to only one theme. If you have several themes installed and enabled in the Themes menu, then you can change the behavior of all of them by clicking on Global Settings. Once again, we'll discuss these more in another video on themes. There's one other setting we can change to change the way that our site looks, although this will only change the way the site looks when it's offline, if, for example, you've taken it offline for administrative reasons. We go to Administer, scroll down to the bottom, and Site Maintenance. Should you decide to take it offline, it will just show a very simple screen with this text. We could say, Underwater Realty's offices have just been flooded. We should be back shortly. I'm actually going to take it offline and show you how to put it back online, just so that you can see that message. It goes offline, save configuration. Now let's go back to our home page and log out. This is the way that people will see the site if it's been taken offline. We can log in again by going to $Q=user and then log in again as our admin. And there we have it. We go back to Administer, click on Site Maintenance, put the site back online, save configuration, and we're back in business with all of the new information that we had. As mentioned earlier, several other videos in this series go into much greater detail on how to customize your site, particularly with themes and CSS. But for the small amount of time it takes to craft a few descriptive phrases, few actions have as much effect in Drupal as taking those steps that you saw here.